on the air. It's hockey night tonight because we're on the air.
We're on the air. Welcome to episode 2 of the Hockey Time Podcast. I'm Cody, joined by my co-host Jaden. We have more content for you today.
No. Wait, I thought you were actually going.
I am actually going. Speak up.
Well, here we are in episode number 2, I guess. We got a few different things in store for you guys today. We're going to go through some awards predictions. That should be fun. I know me and Cody are definitely going to disagree on a lot. And on some, we're just going to be like, well, that's a wash. We're also going to get into a couple boom and busts for players this year. There's a lot of should-be all-star talent in the NHL that might just not be that way this year. And there's some that everyone was down on last year that might get up. So we'll be looking into that a little bit.
Might boom, might bust.
Oh, yeah, they might boom, they might bust.
Which one are we doing?
I hope everyone busts. Yeah, we'll do boom or bust first.
All right. Let's see. I like that. Let's talk about who's going to bust.
Oh, you want to just get right into it? You don't want me to let the people know that we're also going to give them the little slide on points futures for those gamblers out there. But all right.
Yeah, that's fine.
We can just boom or bust now.
You degenerates, stick around. We got some content for you too, okay? Stick around.
But first, let's bust down.
Let's bust. All right. We're just going top to bottom here with the list?
Yeah.
All right. Fuck.
Yeah. Let's rock and roll.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Yeah.
Boom. Let me start. Jack Eichel, Las Vegas Golden Knights. He recently, former captain of Buffalo Sabres, upset the entire city by leaving. Multiple injuries. But the guy is now a Las Vegas Golden Knight. Is that going to change things for him? Because he, former number 2 overall pick, should be some elite, and he is elite hockey talent, but injuries, attitude, whatever. Every year's different story for him. So what are we thinking here, Cody?
I'm thinking a boom for Jack Eichel. And one thing that sticks out to me, which is kind of crazy, is there's so many people that are already willing to call Eichel a bust, not only from his time in Buffalo, but for his whole career. And I think people forget how young Eichel still is. Like, he's 25 years old. This guy has at least 10, assuming his health stays in order, maybe 15 years left in him. Like, he's still a young guy.
He's not playing until he's 40.
No, he's not going to. He probably won't play until he's 40. But speaking relatively here, like, he's still a young player, right? Like, McDavid and Eichel are the same draft class. He's 25 years old. He's got plenty of years left in front of him to be an elite talent, and this is going to be the year that brings him back into that category. Jack Eichel is a boom this year, for sure.
I'm also going with a boom, but for a different reason. I think that his supporting cast here, Phil Kessel, name drop, a solid defense behind him. Their goaltending's question mark, but I think that the tools are there for him to really pop off. And as long as he stays healthy, he will. As far as his career goes, I mean, they're just going to keep comparing him to Connor McJesus. So, I mean, of course, he's going to look like a bust. But I think he's going to have a good year. I think he'll have a bounce back year, and he'll definitely bring up some points. We're going to get some sweet highlights because, dude, the way he holds the stick, brings the puck in and snaps that thing. I wonder what the lie on his stick is.
His skating in general is just so smooth. Like, it looks effortless. Like, McDavid, when he's skating, not that McDavid doesn't make skating look effortless too, but, like, Eichel just looks like he's doing everything in slow motion, but he's still going so goddamn fast.
Yeah. Him and McDavid both have that upright posture when they skate and handle the puck. And I'm always thinking about, like, what lie do they use on their stick? Because it feels like they're sitting straight up on their skates, and it's so incredible to watch. It's just great. And because I know when I skate, I'm hunched over. I don't have the best skating posture. I'm just like, I gotta get there, guy. But yeah, I mean, watching these guys skate and handle the puck, yes. Boom, 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 boom.
All right. Now that we're done, showing our praise to Jack Eichel. Second one on the list. Yeah, BU alum. Yes. Thank you. Uh, the second one on our list, Kirill Kaprizov. What do we think about Kirill the Thrill?
Don't call him the Thrill.
It's too late.
Phil is the Thrill. Phil, dude. Everyone
Ryan?
around the league is like, oh, Kirill the Thrill. Like, no, Phil is the Thrill. Call Kirill Kaprizov something else, because Phil's the Thrill in this league, man. And I don't know where people get the balls to use that nickname for Kirill Kaprizov. It's stupid.
I really hope the entire comment section for this episode is just people dropping Kirill the Thrill in the comments. Like 100 comments deep. That'd make my day.
You know what grinds my gears is when people reuse nicknames. Like, no. Now, you don't see anyone else in the NBA being called the Truth, right? There was one, the Truth. Phil is the Thrill. Eat the hot dog. Okay.
All right.
But I got him on the boomstick.
We're on the boomstick. Okay.
I think he's an electric factory.
So this is an interesting one, right? Because I don't think he's, I'm gonna say bust, but not bust in the sense that he like has a huge drop off in points, right? He was phenomenal last year. I think he probably like sits around or just under a point per game this year, and I think for most people that would be considered a bust for him. I don't think he has a repeat of last year. I don't think that he has nearly as much talent around him, and he has a lot of young players that are trying to develop alongside of him. So I think he sees a bit of a regression in points. I can't call him a boom because of that, so he has to be a bust.
So you're thinking he's going to be around like 70 points?
I'm thinking like
75.
The 75 to 80 mark, and I think because of that and because of where we saw him last year, that has to be considered a bust. But by no means am I trying to say that Kaprizov's bad. Don't throw that at me.
So
but I think he sees a little bit of a regression.
I think that he's just going to score a lot of goals.
Agreed.
Even if he doesn't have the support he needs, I think he'll just step it up in the goal production. I would love to see him put up a 40 nugget this season.
I think he's absolutely capable of that. I hope I'm wrong because I like having the Wild in the playoffs and I like having like superstars be superstars. So by all means, I hope I'm wrong on this take. And trust me, I understand that this is a hot take, but that's
you know, one superstar thing that I just haven't been able to get on train with, and I love the player, but Panarin's whole leg kick thing for this celebration, I hate it. Cringy.
That was like the most talked about celebration in the league for like a year and a half, and like I'll ref games and like kids will do it when they score, and I'm like, what? Where did this? This is
what are you doing?
This is the Selly? Like this is the one that we're gonna imitate.
Of all the celebrations out there in the NHL, this is the one we're taking right now.
We're just gonna drop kick someone in the gut.
Yeah, but I was just thinking because Russians goal scorers. Yes. Yeah. All right. Johnny Ham and Cheese, Johnny Hockey, Johnny Gaudreau, Columbus Blue Jackets just recently signed with him, dissing his hometown Philadelphia Flyers because they're going to be hot garbage this year. Not to kick the Flyers down, but I think that's just going to be a theme here. We'll just do that whenever we get the chance. Yeah.
All year, probably.
Yeah, all year. Yeah. So, anyways, not Philadelphia Flyer, Johnny Gaudreau. Boom or bust?
I think we agree on this. I think he's a boom.
I think he's a boom.
Yeah. I think he gets to play with
like
Patrick Laine. I think they're both going to just go crazy.
Oh, yeah. We've gone over this. 80% confident that him and Laine will get along and they'll be booming all year.
Yeah.
20% confident that maybe they'll hate each other and won't get along.
I'm not worried about them. I don't think that the Blue Jackets will be good. I don't have them in the playoffs like someone in here. But
I don't think I have them in the playoffs.
You did. Oh, you did.
Oh yeah, actually, I do.
And this is
third.
This is a great segue.
Third.
This is a great segue. I'm gonna pull up Daily Faceoff real quick, and I'm gonna share my
You're
screen.
gonna pull up their defense because I was pumping their defense.
I just want to discuss this.
You're gonna call me out.
I am.
They're good.
I just want to talk about it. Okay, so we're gonna share my screen here.
Mers Lincoln's is good. Laine, good.
I didn't say
Johnny Hockey
was not
good.
You can see my screen, yeah.
Kent Johnson
confirmed good.
Zach Orensky, Michigan
Mm.
alum, beast.
So we're looking
Adam
at
Boakfist, beast. Vladislav Gavrikov, Russian beast. Andrew Peak, Jake Bean, young beast. And Eric Gudbranson, didn't he win a ECHL championship with Newfoundland?
I wish I could tell you.
Or is that someone named Gunnarsson?
That might have been
But
Carl
regardless,
Gunnarsson.
you get yourself a defenseman named Eric Gudbranson, and you don't think that he's gonna lock it down?
Locked down $4 million of
Scandinavian
cap.
beast. Scandinavian beast.
The only thing Eric Goodbranson is locking down is $4 million of cap. That's the only thing he's locking down.
He's moving bodies away from the net.
I just want to confirm with you that you think this D-core can bring Columbus to the playoffs?
Yes.
All right. That's all I wanted to hear. I just wanted to make sure that you actually knew who was on their team.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So Gaudreau. Boom.
Boom.
Boom. Next. Naz.
Next we have Nazem Kadri.
This is
hopping around the league, a little bit of a suitcase, but people like him. I don't like him because I'm a Bruins fan.
Of course.
But, people like him. So, we're also assuming he doesn't get suspended for an absurd amount of games.
He was good last year. He was okay.
He was good last year.
So,
and now he's on Calgary. He's got a little bit more of a supporting cast with him. I have him as a boom.
Boom.
And I don't like saying that.
So you think improvement from last season?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Upward trajectory.
I don't hate it. I think I have kind of a similar take as I did for Kaprizov. Very boring. But I think he's a technical bust, but he's still going to hover around a point per game. Maybe a little bit lower than Kaprizov. Maybe the 70-75 versus the 75-80. Just because he doesn't get the luxury of playing with McKinnon, Rantanen, Landeskog, etc. But it also depends on which line he's on. If Lindholm is slow to start the season and suddenly he's playing next to Jonathan Huberdeau and Tyler Toffoli, probably a boom.
I also just think that Suter's coaching is going to be good for him.
Yeah, that play style is going to mesh perfectly.
Yeah.
Though the point you brought up about the suspensions is an interesting one because he gets to play in the Battle of Alberta 4 times this year. Or did they play 3 times this year? Did they cut it down?
Oh.
Regardless.
I don't know. I don't stalk their schedule.
I would not be shocked if there's at least 1 suspension there. We'll see. I hope not. But it's the Battle of Alberta. So.
And we have the first Battle of Alberta coming up soon on the 15th, right? Right?
The first week of the regular season.
The first Battle of Alberta. Is that a Friday?
That's
the 15th is in 6.
It's a Saturday night.
That's this Saturday night.
This Saturday night. We're recording this as of Sunday the 9th, by the way. So 2 sleeps before the regular season starts. 2 sleeps.
6 sleeps before a Battle of Alberta. Let's go.
I will be probably still driving back from reffing. Yay me.
Love that for you.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Kadri, boom for Jaden, bust for Cody. Next.
Michael Bunting.
I feel like we're probably on the same page for this one, too, yeah?
Bust. Big fat bust. 1 year fluke bust. I'm a hater. I'm hating on it. Bust.
Too much talk around him being a Calder finalist. I'm not one of those people that thinks, he
was a 25-year-old Calder, 27.
The rules are the rules, right? Yeah. The rules are the rules. However, it's much
I'd be
more
a Calder
impressive.
finalist too if my Reebok pump-ups didn't. My Reebok pumps didn't cut off the circulation in my ankles and cause my NHL career to go off the rails.
So regardless of his obnoxious presence, not sorry for you Leaf fans, in the Calder race, I think Michael Bunting's a bust as well. I think he might see less time with Matthews and Marner this year. I know they get along. I know they're all buddy-buddy, but I think that's one of those lines that, despite how good they are, if they start kind of falling off, they're going to be very quick to make a change, especially because we don't know exactly what their goaltending situation is yet.
Yeah, I
Although
mean
I
they have
will,
Nylander on the team too.
they do, but he's gonna be with
But
Tavares. He's been with Tavares since like
yeah.
he was an infant. I gotta edit that out.
Tavares nerd. No, don't.
I am
Tavares
absolutely.
nursed him into the league. He bottle fed him goals.
Oh shoot. By the way, not to change the subject here, but can we talk about Matt Murray's preseason again? Can I bug you for that?
Yeah, give me his stat line so I can
Oh,
judge it.
you're gonna make me pull it up, aren't you? Okay.
Yeah, I am.
All right. You need to play elevator music while I find Matt Murray's stats.
Do 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 do
That
do
works too.
do 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 do. Matt Murray's overrated. Matt Murray's overrated. Do 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 do. Yeah, no, you're not going to convince me with this at all.
I can't even
Matt
find
Murray
it.
is
So
just not.
he's been.
He's not it.
I'm
It
guessing
is the preseason. The Bruins lost to
is
the
the
Devils
preseason.
4-1
I
last
just-
night because it's the preseason.
I'm not even willing to say whether or not he's gonna be good this year. I just honestly wanted to grind your gears some more because I know you're gonna be pissed off that I brought up preseason stats. So
Yeah,
That was all.
he's not even. Is he on our boom and bust list?
he's not. Remember, we said that he was
Oh
going to
yeah,
be discussed enough throughout the year
that we
we don't need to
yeah
yet,
yeah. Well, if he was on the list, bust.
and I'd be going boom. But nonetheless, Michael Bunting, double bust, and we're on
Double
to
bust.
double bust. We're
A
on to
double
Vancouver.
Dion bust.
We're on to Vancouver. Elias Pettersson. What do we think about Petey? Let me hear your Vancouver opinions. Just throw
My Vancouver
throw the
opinions are
kitchen sink at
pretty.
me.
You know, it's pretty like this should be a good hockey team. Bruce, there it is, brought it out a little bit last year. But if they keep getting hurt, and you can only spike up their enthusiasm so much with Bruce, and you know, there's real potential for them to be dog again, just like they were last year. So everyone's very quick right now to be like, Vancouver's going to come in third in the Pacific. Vancouver's going to make the playoffs. Vancouver's going to get 93 points. This and that and this and that. Well, you know, we don't know. They could blow up. They could very well blow up. If they're bad this year, they might start selling ship. Like they could blow up right in our face, which is why I had them in my way too early bracket in 5th behind Anaheim, because I don't have the confidence in this hockey team that they're going to be great.
You had them 5th, or you had them 5th? You had Anaheim 4th?
Oh no, 6 behind
Okay.
Anaheim. I had Anaheim 5th.
That makes okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
But yeah, numbers. Sorry,
Yes,
whatever.
it's okay. I just wanted
Anyways,
to clarify.
the point stands.
Yes.
We don't like. I would love to see a good Vancouver hockey team this year, and everyone would, but we just don't know. But as far as Elias Pettersson goes, what do I have him as here? Let me open my note sheet. Yeah, I gave him the benefit of the doubt because I'm a players guy.
So PD boom Canucks bust
Boom.
is what I'm hearing.
I'm hearing, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, well, I'm not necessarily saying the Canucks are going to bust. I'm just saying I would not be surprised. I don't have enough evidence to reject that they're going to boom. But I can't say they're going to boom.
If you were to survey a bunch of NHL fans and ask them if the Canucks finish 6th, if that would be considered a boom or a bust season, 99% of them are going to say that's a bust. The Canucks they're going for it this year. I don't know they're going to win. They're not going to win the cup, I don't think.
They
better
make the playoffs last year. What do you mean going for it?
Okay, so let me throw a stat at you real quick. Under Bruce Boudreau last year, and I don't have the total games, but whenever he came in, they had an abysmal beginning to the year, right? Like they were horrible. Bruce Boudreau comes in. They were at 106 point pace under Bruce Boudreau.
Yeah, this is why I said like Bruce came in and spiced them up, but I don't know if that's going to last. Will they stay healthy? All their stars have injury problems. Thatcher Demko has been like he's good, but it's been up and down. You understand what I'm saying, where I just don't have enough confidence to be able to say that I think they're going to boom.
I understand
because
why
the
you have
doubts are there.
I understand why you have the doubt. All right, before we get too sidetracked, I also have Elias Pettersson as a boom. I have the Canucks making the playoffs. I have Thatcher Demko in the running for the Vezina, so I'm a little bit biased towards.
I also don't want to get too attached to my way too. I don't want to get too attached to my way too early bracket because it's a way too early bracket for a reason.
I'm sticking by my bracket. You know how I run that thing.
Yeah, and I'm not sticking by mine.
Right till the bitter end, and that's okay. All right, so Pedersen, double boom.
I just really want to see him thrive. It'll
I
be
agree.
good for his mental health.
I agree. He's another guy that's like young, but not still super young. I think he's 24, 25 too. So this is like his year to like, he's got to prove it. It'll be fun.
Yeah, because he was so good, and then like last year and the year before it was just kind of like since COVID it was just kind of like quiet.
Yeah.
And I just really want to see him do well.
I agree. All right, 2 goalies, and then we're done with this boomer bust segment. Jackie boy, Jack Campbell. What do we think?
I like him on Edmonton. I think he's a good goalie, dude. I do. Like, he's good. He's fun to watch. Toronto's a hard market to play in. I'm not saying Edmonton's an easy market to play in. Toronto's probably a little bit of a harder market to play in, though.
I would agree.
And now he's got McDavid in front of him. Well, it's also the fact that McDavid's going to be shooting on him in practice every day, just making him better or embarrassing him. But, you know,
a little bit of both. A little bit of both.
So I'm going to go boom. I just think he's going to fit well on this team. It's just going to be a good fit.
This is a tough one. I think I'm going to go bust. And it's another one of the, I don't think he's going to be like horrible, but it wouldn't shock me if he had like a 905, somewhere between like a 9 and 905 save percentage. The Oilers are not the most defensively sound team. Like, they score their way out of a lot of problems. That's not new news to anybody. They have 2 of the best, most gifted offensive players in the world. They score their way out of problems. And that's okay, because they have McDavid and Draisaitl, so they can do it. It's not a big deal. But they have Darnell Nurse, Evan Bouchard, Tyson Barrie. It's a good top 3. It's not a great top 3. So, I don't know. I think that the structure that he's playing behind is relatively similar to how it was in Toronto. And he, up until November, was like an all-star candidate. Or did he? He was in the all-star game, right? I think.
I would not quote me saying yes.
I'm pretty sure that Jack Campbell was in the all-star
game. He definitely could have been. Yeah, I think he was.
But aside from those first couple months, he was like bad. I know he had some injury issues, but like I think his save percentage last year was a 914, and if he didn't have it propped up by those first couple months, it probably would have been ugly because it was really, really good in the first couple months. So I think another one that's a technical bust. I don't think he's going to be good. I don't think he's going to be bad. I think he'll be like John Gibson numbers from last year, like in the low 900s.
Okay. Yeah, no, I just think he's going to find his fit, to be honest.
I hope so, because probably the most likable guy in the league. Like, everyone says he's just the nicest dude ever.
Can we go back to Kadri for a quick second? Because something just came into my
2
brain.
seconds.
Yeah, he's going to play with Milan Lucic.
He is. That should be fun to play against, don't you think?
That's going to be nuts. Okay. All right. Last player.
Battle of Alberta, Saturday, October 15th.
Yes. I need it in my veins, dude. Jordan Binnington, the Binner. Boomer bust on Binner.
It's a boom.
Yeah,
he's got his team back. He's the guy. There's no one there to. If he's bad, he has a couple off nights. Thomas Greiss is not going to steal his job, like Ville Husso did. Thomas Greiss is not a young goalie. He's not looking for his payday in the NHL. He's there to fill a role. This is Jordan Binnington's team again. It's a good team. Jordan Binnington, boom. For sure.
That's my net, man.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I have him as a bust, dude. The league's done with this clown.
Let me remind the listeners that Jaden has Jordan Binnington as his starting goalie on his fantasy hockey team. Just a friendly reminder.
And I did not want to draft him, but I had to. There was no one else to take.
I'm surprised you have him as a bust. I thought we were going to both put
immediately after the draft. I offered him up to the entire league, and no one wanted to trade him. We want to know why? Because he's going to be a bust. The league's done with him. The other teams don't like him. Everyone when they play the Blues, they just want to score on Binner. Like he throws hissy fits. Like he's 17.
This is true. 17 might be generous. The hissy fits make for good entertainment, though. I got to be honest. I don't know about the whole
They
like
do, but he's not
throwing.
going to get any calls from the refs.
No,
He's not going to be getting any help over there.
nope.
Um, yeah, no. I definitely had him as a bust. I'll go so far to say that he might even get a concussion from a scrum
That would be pretty wild.
because he's a hothead.
That would
Because
be
he's a
pretty
hothead.
wild.
Yeah. Bold prediction of the year. Binner misses at least a month with a concussion from a scrum that he started. That's my hot take of the year.
Stamp it. That's a steaming hot take, but I like
Make that
it.
the
And
title of the podcast.
and-
Title of the podcast.
Jordan Binnington.
Jordan Binnington predictions.
Concussion. Holy.
Podcaster predicts Binner concussion.
That is a steaming hot take, but one that like I could see it happening. It's very outlandish, but I could see it happening. I like it. All right, those are our boomer busts. I'm pretty content with that list. I feel like we covered a lot.
He's gonna he's gonna hit Lucic in the back of the knee with his stick, and Lucic is just gonna go full Ryan Miller on him.
If he chooses Lucic, his career might be over. That's probably the wrong guy. Picked the wrong man.
Concussions are not funny, but
no, they're not.
This is my take. This is my take.
They're not, but it's okay. Be safe out there, folks. All right. Awards predictions, yeah?
Yeah, let's get into it.
Right. We want to just bounce back and forth here, cover each award.
Yeah. Well, we can start off with the Art Ross.
Yeah.
We
can just cover these two right away. I mean, we both. There's two, like, they might as well just be correct answers if we were getting quizzed on this back in, like,
yeah, this is more like a yes or no.
This is like, do you follow hockey or do you not follow hockey? So the Art Ross.
It's like writing your name at the top of an exam.
Exactly. So the Art Ross, unless something goes very terribly wrong, or Leon Draisaitl goes absolutely crazy, belongs to Connor McDavid. And in
no qualms.
No. And in a very similar sense, unless something absolutely horrible happens, I don't think there's anyone on the Leafs that could take it from him. The Rocket Richard belongs to Austin Matthews.
Yeah, he's going to score the most goals in the league unless Matty Beniers comes in and just tears the league apart.
I got a keyboard to protect. Don't make me spit my drink out. All right, so those two are the easy ones. I looking at your take here for this third one is very interesting. So who's your Hart Trophy winner, Jade?
My Hart Trophy winner is Barkov.
Let me hear your ideology.
He scores so many assists. His team needs him. Needs him.
So are we thinking like the Panthers barely scrape into the playoffs and he carries them the whole way, or like do they easily get in the playoffs and he has like a 115-point season?
Yeah, I'll go with the latter.
The latter.
They're easy gonna make the playoffs, but it's just like his team and his contribution to that team should win him the Hart. But as we know, this doesn't always happen. It happened for Taylor Hall on the Devils, I believe, where he was like a rightful Hart Trophy winner. But they do kind of give this trophy a lot to people who are just like really good and not necessarily like the team factor.
In the situation that Taylor Hall wanted, it was like the former. Like he dragged the Devils kicking and screaming into the playoffs, and then they got smoked. Yeah. But it might as well have been Taylor Hall 1 versus 5 the last like 20 games of the year. He was a man on fire.
Yeah, but it was his contribution to the team that gave him the trophy, and I think that's going to be the same for the Panthers. I just think Barkov is that team. Like their goaltending is going to be great. The Panthers are going to be great, but I think it's going to be like Barkov leading the charge and the Panthers coming in behind him. And yeah, they're going to probably smoke a ton of teams this year and easily make the playoffs. But Barkov, and he's the captain too, right?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just going to charge that team into the playoffs.
Okay. Another one of those takes that it's out there, but I could definitely see it happening. Another one that I probably hope happens, but not too much because my Hart Trophy winner is going to be Cale Makar. And we can segue these right into one another because we're going to go over the Norris next. I also have Cale Makar winning the Norris. I think that the next 10 years are just the years of Cale Makar as the best defenseman in the league. And I know Adam Fox is still going to be around, and Victor Hedman's still going to be around. Like maybe Miro Heiskanen has some years where he's up there, But like this is Cale Makar's league as far as defensemen go. It's not close. He's so good. He's like
He's so good.
People still think of the Norris as like, it's the trophy for the best offensive defenseman, right? But Cale Makar, despite being like not the biggest guy, is still so good defensively.
So good.
Have you watched any of the like little mashups of like his hits throughout the year? Dude, he like lays the body like he's 6'4".
I know. He's so good.
He's a beast. I love it.
He just has hockey IQ through the roof.
I love it. Cale Makar, Hart Trophy. Cale Makar.
Yeah, so why do you think he's going to win the Hart Trophy? Let's get into that. Let's dig a little bit into that. Because this gets to my thing where it's just like Hart Trophy sometimes just goes to someone who's killing the league, but it's contribution to the team.
Yes.
So I can see him winning the Hart Trophy, yeah, but in the sense where a lot of fans feel like the trophy's getting away from what its values are a little bit.
Oh, I agree. I think, honestly, there should be like two separate. I think there should be like a strictly defensive defenseman trophy that then goes to Jacob Slavin for each of the next 10 years because that's the only rightful owner of that trophy if it were to exist.
What?
Too. What do you mean?
What?
What do you mean?
What? I would need time to like research and think about that.
The only correct answer to that question, or the only correct winner of that trophy is Jacob Slavin. I promise you. But
are you sure?
Yes.
Not someone like Seth Jones.
No.
Remember when he played like a 40-minute game in 8 overtime?
I do. That was back when he could move. And
okay. But he would definitely would have won it that year if we had this defenseman. Okay.
But now
I'm understanding.
Jacob Slavin. Jacob Slavin, elite. Cale Makar, generational defenseman. Yes, no.
Oh, you want my Norris prediction right now?
No.
I have Adam Fox.
Okay. Predictable.
I have Adam Fox.
Reasonable.
And, he's good.
Very good.
He's good. And the Rangers are fun to watch because they have, like, Panarin out front, Adam Fox in the back, and they got Shesterkin in goal. And it's just fun. But, if Adam Fox wants to hammer Norris, like now's the time to do it before Cale Makar just takes it for the next.
This would be his second.
Has one. Yeah, this would be back to back, right?
No, Makar won.
No, it was the year before last year. Yeah, Makar won.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he wants to make his staple as a defenseman and one day reach the Hall of Fame after a long, healthy career, Jewish hockey player too, by the way.
Did not know that.
Yep.
Did not know that.
Actually, I wanted to get into that a little bit. The Times of Israel actually released a article about Jewish hockey players.
Oh.
And who to watch this year.
Huh.
Pretty cool stuff. They also said like how involved in the community they are. So that was cool. Couple highlights from that. Hughes brothers.
Yep.
Zach Hyman, very active in the Jewish community in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Adam Fox, also a Jew, from Long Island. Pretty cool. Conservative synagogue. Jason Zucker. Pretty cool. Jacob Churchrin. Also cool. And then, yeah, right? Yeah. I didn't see that one coming either. And they did some like honorable mentions. But those are like some of the
big boys,
really good players in the league, the big boys. That was pretty cool. Pretty cool read from the Times of Israel.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
I have not to segue back to this. I have to ask you an honest question. If I left Cale Makar open, would you have picked Cale? Like, is Cale Makar the Norris Trophy winner and Adam Fox is the runner-up, or do you genuinely think Adam Fox is winning it this year? It's okay to say Cale Makar.
I genuinely think that Cale Makar will.
Okay.
But I want Adam Fox to, because I know Cale Makar is about to run away with it for the rest of however long he can. Adam Fox will probably be the runner-up. I don't really think that some of the other people on the list even compared to those two at the moment. I mean, Hedman's a beast, but Hedman's a few years older than them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just Adam Fox and Cale Makar's league right now. They both play a very They're both like similar height and weight, and they just toss it around, slap shots, and good stuff. Good old hockey game.
All right, I just
little
needed
Bobby Orr action from
I
Cale
needed to know
Makar.
that for my own.
Yeah, no, it's just like I just want Adam Fox to win this year. That's why I'm taking him. Like Cale Makar, he wins. Yeah, that's why. Yeah, because it's Cale Makar.
Yeah.
But it'd be nice to see an Adam Fox win before Cale wins the next 5. So
yes, that it would. That it would. Okay, the Vezina. I'll let you go first because you have the safer answer.
Yeah, I took a back-to-back Shesterkin. I was looking at the list of top possibilities. I saw 2 Vancouver goalies, and I was like, well, how can you have 2 Vancouver goalies? And like most of the prediction lists I was looking at were like both Vancouver goalies, 4 and 5. I was like, that's not happening.
Wait. What?
Yeah.
You'll have to link me that because that's That's
all like I looked at 3 or 4 different lists to get my brain going, and all of them were like Shesterkin, Vasilevsky, Saros, and then Canuck. And I was just like, yeah, I disagree here.
Interesting.
I agree that probably Saros, Vasilevsky, Shesterkin are your top 3 to choose from. I went back-to-back Shesterkin just because I full-heartedly think the Rangers are going to blow the doors off this league this year.
That I agree with.
So that's why I took Fox and Shesterkin. So
I took the other very, very ridiculous young Russian goalie in Ilya Sorokin. I think he is going to carry the Islanders.
That was another one on. Yeah. I was missing him
to either almost a playoff spot or maybe into a playoff spot. But he's just so damn good. I was watching the highlight pack from their game against the Rangers the other night. He's so good. He he can like bend ways that just shouldn't be allowed.
Shouldn't be bent.
It shouldn't be allowed. There's a
He's
handful
a flexible man.
There's a handful of guys in the league that can do that, but it shouldn't be allowed.
Do you think he does a little 2-touch with the soccer ball before games, or is he too flexible for that and doesn't want to risk it?
No, he's fine with the 2-touch for sure.
2-toucher?
He's probably like one of the final 4 or 5 guys left in the circle every time. 2-toucher.
You mean it's always just him and Adam Fox going at it? It's probably
wrong
him
team.
And Panarin.
It's the wrong team, but you know.
Oh yeah, that was really the wrong team right there too. I was still thinking about
maybe him and like Matt Barzal. I don't know if Matt Barzal's a 2-touch guy.
I don't think Barzal's a 2-touch kind of guy.
No. Maybe we'll need to do a full episode on 2-touch guys.
I bet you Jean-Gabriel Pajot is in the 2-touch circle all the way till the end every time. Huge 2-touch guy.
Huge. You think what's his face? The coach. You think he was a 2-touch guy? Oh, what the hell is his name? Oh, this is gonna bother me. Ooh, I'm a horrible Capitals fan. The coach that just got fired.
They just fired him?
From the Islanders, yeah.
Trotz?
Yeah,
Barry
Trotz.
Barry Trotz.
Jesus. Woo! Shout out the fiance.
That shiny head isn't 2-touching a thing.
You don't think so?
That shiny head's not 2-touching.
You don't think he's going toe head next?
No.
No?
What coach in the NHL do you think is the biggest 2-toucher?
Mike Sullivan, for sure.
Ooh, Mike Sullivan.
No hezzy, Mike Sullivan.
Really?
Yeah.
What about Rod Brindamore?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I got him on that one.
Yeah,
Rod the Bod. Yeah, he's the 2-toucher.
Yeah, he's the 2-touch.
He gets in there with the boys. Yeah, he's all about it.
He's in better shape than half the team, bro. He's a monster.
He's a monster.
He's a freak.
Do you think he does? Do you think he takes the juice, man?
No.
Do you think he's juiced up?
That is a natural rod bod. And
he doesn't have to get tested for anything. You think he's on steroids?
No.
Dude, he could totally be on steroids.
I think he's a disciplined gentleman.
Okay.
What kind of example would that set for a team?
I don't know. I've never met the guy.
On performance-enhancing drugs as an NHL coach. No bueno.
The team doesn't have to know. He's like, why aren't you as jacked as me? Meanwhile, he's getting shots in the leg in the locker room.
The Rod Brindamore slander.
All right.
Speaking of coaches,
where are we on next?
We're transitioning to the Jack Adams. Oh, we have our list out of order. Let's do the Jack Adams first.
Let's do the Jack Adams first. This goes along with the Canucks team, and if this is right for you, if your prediction's right, then I'm also on board with the Canucks this year.
Bruce, there it is, baby. Bruce,
well, who knows? It could totally be Bruce.
It could very much be Bruce. I'm interested to hear your take on Jay Woodcroft because I feel like the Jack Adams just goes to like coach of team that overperforms every year, and I don't like how are the Oilers getting 120 points? Is that how Jay Woodcroft's winning the Jack Adams?
It's a. I have them going to the conference finals.
Okay.
And I think that they're going to make a deep run this year, and they're probably going to. I think they're going to win the Pacific, maybe first or second in the West. Run to the conference finals. Yeah, I think they're going to have a great year, and a lot of the times that just goes hand in hand with the coach getting the Jack Adams.
Okay, I can get behind that too.
That was just like a safe one.
Yeah. All right, now the exciting one. Let's talk about the Calder.
Oh yeah, the Calder trophy. I love a good Calder trophy. I got Matty Bad Boy Beniers.
Matty Bad Boy Beniers. He definitely has the most opportunity of the rookies. He's going to be the first line center most likely in Seattle.
Yeah, and he had 9 points in 10 games at the end of last year.
Yeah, he was like very sneaky good.
Yeah, and he's filthy, and he's an Olympian, and he's a world junior champion, and this and that and the other, and taking the world by storm, and
winning a Calder trophy, maybe
not winning a national championship, but he's nasty.
You really had to dig. You had to dig that hole for Michigan fans.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's very tough.
That's tough.
I have. I much like the whole Makar Adam Fox argument. For content's sake, I didn't choose Matt Beniers, but if I had to, actually put my money on someone, it's probably Matt Beniers. But for the sake of this episode, I'm going to say Mason McTavish because
bold.
I
like it though.
Seems to just be very good and very impactful wherever he plays. Whether it's World Junior, the couple games he had with the Ducks, he's just always good. Junior, good. Doesn't matter where he plays. And I think like the Ducks are one of those teams that are going to be bad, but they're going to be fun to watch, and I think it'll provide McTavish enough of a chance to put some points up. Yes, keep up with Beniers. I don't know if he can, but we'll see.
Question. Do you think that this McTavish pick, he's not going to be like all-star, but he'll just be consistently putting up points, and the other rookies just won't be able to handle it? Or the other rookies just won't get there? Or they'll just not be good enough, and he just is like kind of like Ryan Getzlaf machine, just like consistent points.
I think if McTavish is going to win the Calder, it's going to have to be like I don't want anyone to get hurt, but like Beniers is going to have to get hurt for him not to win the Calder,
or just bust,
or just like way underperform because the other again like,
or even get sent down.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, he's their first line center. McTavish is.
Yeah, he's not getting sent anywhere, man.
He's probably not going to be on the first line in
he
Anaheim.
Might be captain next year.
Could you imagine?
I wouldn't put it past NHL teams these days.
Well, he's definitely like a natural leader. I could see it, but yeah, McTavish is going to have to get a little lucky if he's going to win it, and like he's going to have to get paired with probably Zegras or Troy Terry if he's going to win the Calder, because who else is he going to play with that's going to help him put points up if it's not one of the two of them?
McTavish, Zegras, Terry line.
That could be a thing. I don't think it
Troy
will
Terry,
be.
Olympian.
Yes. Trevor Zegras,
4 years before.
World Junior Champion.
Yes.
That would be probably like a top 5 line to watch in the league if it were a thing.
I
not skill agree. Wise. I mean, talented as hell.
You know what? Wasn't the third person on their line Sonny Milano, and didn't they lose Sonny Milano?
Well, so Milano, Terry didn't play with Zegras most of the year. It was usually like Milano, Zegras, and like a plug. Like they were playing with like a third line, fourth line right winger for the majority of the year, and just the two of them were like doing their thing.
Yeah.
So
because I knew Sonny Milano was playing with Zegras.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Troy Terry that was.
Troy Terry was with, I think, like Adam Henrique and or Getzlaf, and then God, who was he with? Max Comtois.
Terry was with Getzlaf. Terry was with Getzlaf for sure.
And I think it might have been like Max Comtois at time, not for the full season, but at times with that line. But Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? McTavish might just plug right in there. Yeah.
I don't know that it'll happen because that's a very like young line, and they probably get the shit kicked out of them. But because they can't be skilling it up. Can't let them skill it up. You gotta lay the body on those
They
guys.
watch
As
them not skill it up
that
against
Arizona.
any team except for the pounding bag of a Flyers team that's going to be this year with Tortorella on the bench, and the guys before the games are literally just like, let's skill it up tonight. We're playing against Torts and the trash bag Flyers, and they just pull 2 Michigans in one game, and Torts has an aneurysm and just collapses on the ice.
Reminder that we hope no one gets hurt. However,
No.
yeah,
He has like an old man get off your lawn syndrome.
I'm like daydreaming about this line now. I hate that we brought this up because now all I want to see all year is going to be McTavish, Zegras, and Terry.
You're daydreaming.
And we're not going to
I'm
get to
salivating over the line.
We're not going to get to see it.
Let's
I want to
skill
see
it up.
but we're not going to get to see it. All right. That was all the awards, right?
That was all the awards.
Do we throw Patrice
I'm not doing
Bergeron a little
GM.
love and talk about the Selke? Patrice Bergeron, Selke.
Oh, we didn't even mention the Selke Award.
Because it's the Patrice Bergeron trophy.
Yeah.
It's going to Berge. It's probably his last year. They're not going to give it to anyone else.
Yeah, they wouldn't. They kind of did him dirty with that last year because they didn't consider it a top trophy.
Yeah.
And they did like an online kind of release of the trophy winner. I didn't like that. They didn't do like the awards ceremony
for the Selke.
It was it was weird and that's why I didn't come up when I was looking through awards because they're not considering it like a top award.
Yeah.
That's top award, dude. What? Like what are you talking about? The Selke is for the most defensive offenseman in the league. That's an important piece of the game.
Agreed. But if we had to throw out all the awards in a tier list, right? The Selke's probably like, if we're going like S, A, B, C, D, the Selke's like low B, high C, in my opinion. You're an old time hockey guy, so you're, fake old time hockey guy because we're the same age, but you're going to throw it in like the A tier.
I just watch a lot of 80s hockey teams on NHL Network.
Mr. 1993 was the best season in NHL history. I know.
It was the best season in NHL history, dude. Mario Lemieux came back from cancer that year.
Okay, we're going to talk about team over-unders before Jaden goes on a rant. So, you're off the screen. Say goodbye. Oh, I have to log back in. Never mind. Whoop. Let me log back into FanDuel so we can discuss these. Reminder, don't gamble if you can't handle it. Because gambling can be bad, but gambling can also be fun.
I'm going to preface and let everyone know I reside in the state of Massachusetts. Ergo, I cannot gamble on sports. We do have a casino. I do not frequent.
I am in New Jersey, so I am lucky enough to be able to throw my money away. Okay, we're logged in. Let's discuss. So the first one, Carolina. They had the line at 103.5 points. I think we agreed that we're both hammering the over on this, yeah?
Yeah, they could get a lot more than that.
I mean, you could have set the line at like 109, and I'd probably still take the over.
Yeah,
you could give them 3 more wins, and I'm still taking the over.
They're going to do some damage this year. They're going to do some damage. It's the Metropolitan, for me at least, right, is just Rangers, Hurricanes,
and the rest.
Everyone else can dog it out for the rest.
I think the Penguins are like safely the 3rd spot, I think.
I have Columbus.
I know you have Columbus because I still don't understand, but that's okay. I think when you turn your brain back on, you'll agree that the Penguins are the safe 3rd, and then everyone else is below them.
Do you want to make a little friendly bet?
About Columbus? We're back on screen here. We can virtual.
For Metropolitan division standings come the end of the year. If Columbus is a top 4 team, we can bet on a yes or no. I'd take Columbus as a top 4 team in the Met by the end of the year. You take that they're a bottom 4.
I'm here for that.
A little friendly wager.
What are we?
How about probably just we'll do a beer the next time we see each other after the end of the season.
I can work with that. Deal.
I'm here for that.
Shake, shake. All right. Now that Jade and I are done flirting, let's go to the Islanders. The Islanders are set at 92.5. Over or under?
Based on their performance last year, under.
Oh, you were taking the under on this. I thought we
But-
were both going over.
Yeah, I mean, they tanked last year, dude. Like,
They were very bad.
compared to the year before. So, and they didn't make any moves.
No moves, which was
Just Sorokin's
shocking.
another year older.
Shocking.
So, how are they going to turn the train around? I mean, wait, they moved their assistant coach to head coach,
Yes.
right? If I'm not mistaken. But that's not. Is that enough?
Let's see.
Is that enough
How many points
to really get them back to where they were?
They finished last season with 84 points. So this is a 4-win improvement.
So they can still improve.
They need a 4-win improvement to get the over here. A 5-win improvement, excuse me.
Or keep the same amount of wins and just win 5 more games in a shootout.
Lose 5 more games in a shootout.
Lose 5 more games in a shootout. Yeah.
Yeah?
Which is not going to happen with Sorokin in that.
No.
Um.
I'm taking the over on this one.
But yeah, I'm still taking
You're going
the
under?
under.
Okay.
I'm going under.
All right.
Maybe this was a good set line.
Maybe this was a good... I thought we were both going over, to be honest with
No.
you. Okay.
No.
All right.
No, I'm under.
We're
I'm down on the Met this year.
that's
Flyers.
That's very fair. The Met is
Flyers.
Is the Met the most top heavy or is it the Pacific? It's probably still the Pacific, right?
Yeah, because the top isn't heavy for the Met. It's the bottom that's heavy. I mean, the two teams at the top, the Rangers and the Hurricanes, are good, but I would argue that it's more driven. The Met's more driven by its bad teams this year,
Fair.
so it's bottom heavy.
Fair.
Even though their top teams are nasty,
Yeah.
it's bottom heavy.
Yeah.
Flyers stink.
Flyers stink. Just in case you guys forgot in the last
Feels so
45
bad
minutes.
for Carter Hart.
I don't.
Why? It's a good kid.
Because he'll figure it out. He's got time.
Yeah.
Another young
Poor
kid.
kid.
All right. The other New York team. This line is interesting at 99.5. This one, I know what we're both taking.
I'm hammering you over.
So let us know, Jaden. Why are we hammering
They
you
might
over?
get 115 points. Never mind 99 and a half. You know how many times they play the Flyers this year?
4. 4 times they play the Flyers.
That's 8 points.
This is another team that I think, even if the line was set at 109.5, I might still take the over. That would be a very aggressive bet, but
That would be very good.
I might still do it. So 99.5, free money. Take
Free
the
money.
over. Take the over. Okay, that's all the discussion we need on that one. I was befuddled by that line. Befuddled. Another one that I'm befuddled by is the Ottawa Senators at 85.5 points. I'm hammering the over. I have the Sens in the playoffs. You have the Sens in the playoffs.
Yeah, just
We're hammering the over.
all the hockey analysts are probably like, yeah, 85 and a half because it's an improving team. But we're hot and heavy on this Senators team on this podcast. This is a pro Senators podcast.
Absolutely.
And we think they could be in the 90s.
Easy. They finished last season with 73 points. So this is what you need a 6 or a 7-win improvement to actually hit the over. And
Yeah.
they added DeBrincat, Giroux, Cam Talbot, and all of their young guns are a year older. And we're assuming Drake Batherson can stay healthy for more of the season. Dude, there's no way that this team doesn't get 6 more wins. This is maybe more free of an over to hit than the Rangers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean they could win 10 or 15 more games than they did last
easily.
year.
Well, if they're
And
going
there's
to
plenty of room to do it.
If they're going to make the playoffs, like if both of our predictions are right, you think what they have to probably hit at least 98 points to make the playoffs in the Atlantic?
Yeah.
Right? So that's 25 more points. That's 13 more wins.
Yeah.
And the
That's what I was
line
saying. They could
says-
do 15 more wins.
Okay, and the line saying they can't get 6, that's easy. Easy over. Smash it.
Yeah.
Put the mortgage on
How
it.
many times do they play the Flyers?
Not as
3 times.
not as many as the Rangers. Not as many as the Rangers. All right. Seattle. Let's talk about Seattle. By the way,
Let's talk about Seattle.
we handpicked these lines that we wanted to discuss before the videos or the episode started. I didn't want everyone to think we're just jumping randomly. So we have two to go.
No, we cherry picked them.
We got
We
Seattle
cherry
and
picked
one
them.
more.
Whatever benefited us the most, we went ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just like, hey, it's our podcast.
It's
Screw
our
it.
podcast. We do what we want. Seattle. 80,
We do what we want in this podcast.
81.5. Our parents can't stop us. This is our time. Seattle 81.
Their time's finished.
Their time's
This is our
done.
time.
It's
Our
over.
time. It's hockey time.
Yo! It is. All right.
Yeah, let's get cracking.
Tell me why Seattle's going to be bad. I hated that. Seattle, under 81.5.
Well,
who made this line?
So here's the thing with Seattle. They're all the way in the West. They don't get to play the Flyers 4 times.
They do get to play San Jose and Chicago and Arizona.
Fair enough.
And even
they
with
get to
those,
play on a college campus. Congratulations.
Even with those 3 teams, they are still not cracking 81.5 points.
They are not cracking.
They're not cracking 81.5.
That was
you see what I did there? They're not doing it. This team's hot garbage.
Yeah, when a rookie's your first line center, and you think they're going to get over 81.5 points?
I wish all the best for Matty the Batty, but this is not it, folks. Just press this button.
They're gonna win like 25 games.
We're gonna press this button and take our money for the Seattle Kraken. You think they win 30?
I don't know, dude, but definitely not enough to get 80 points. No. They're gonna get they could very well just get 73, 70.
What did they finish with last year? Last year they finished with, I can't pull up. Oh, there we go. Whoop. They finished with 60 points last year. They got better, and I'm sure that Philip Grubauer is going to get better. But this is
the more we talk about this, the more ridiculous 81.5 points looks.
You need to win 11 more games. You think adding Andre Burakovsky, Matty Beniers, hoping that Philip Grubauer isn't horrible is going to get you 11 more wins? Because I don't.
Hey, potentially Shane Wright if they don't send him down.
Put some more respect
back
on
to
Shane
Junior.
Wright's name. I'm very sorry.
Thank you.
But anyway,
that kid has a chip on his should. Man, it's a good thing he doesn't play the Flyers very often.
or the Canadians, for that matter. Because then we might have it. If they played the Montreal Canadiens 4 times, then maybe they could get 81.5 points. If they played if all they played all year was the Blackhawks, the Sharks, the Coyotes, the Flyers, and the Canadians, then maybe they'd get 81.5 points.
Dude,
but because this is the National Hockey League and there's 32 teams and not 6, they're not getting 81.5 points.
If the Canadians and the Kraken were in the same conference, if they were still doing Prince of Wales conference versus Jack Adams conference, and it was all strange like that, and they were in the same conference for some reason, instant rivalry.
Absolutely.
Kraken first real rivalry. Or are they technically rivals with
I guess
the Canucks, San Jose,
but they were relevant last year, so they don't have a rival. They blew their opportunity for a very easy.
I feel like their rivals should be the Golden Knights because
expansion teams.
Yeah, I don't know.
Could see
I don't know what it is. They got to form some identity over there on the Crackhead fan base.
All right, let's talk about Vancouver. We've bashed on the Kraken enough. 92.5 points is the line for the Canucks. What are we doing here?
Well, let's going back to our discussion earlier. It's the Canucks are really not going to have an average year. It's going to be boom or bust, and very strongly one way or another.
So what are you taking?
So you're really going to make me decide whether I think they're going to boom or bust.
Give us your take.
They're going to bust and sell house and sell the players, and then the team's going to go for sale, and then Vancouver fans are going to riot in the streets, flip over a couple cars, and burn them on fire.
So you're going under?
Yeah, I'll take the under.
I'm hammering the over.
Hammering the over.
I'm grabbing it by the neck and just uppercutting it.
You're just like, Bruce, there it is.
Dude, Bruce, there's the over.
You think at the end of the season, Bruce Boudreau is going to have a couple of Bruce Boudreauskis?
He's going to have a couple Bruce Boudreauskis. And the season's going to be over. And the line's going to be over. The Canucks are going to get like 99 points, 100 points, and they're going to make the playoffs. And this is going to be free money. Canucks.
Some Brewskis on Bruce.
Canucks over 92.5 points. Thank you very much.
Canucks under 92.5 points.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
We'll see. Remember that we can go back and watch these episodes whenever we want, so I can bash you later in the year for this.
Yeah, I don't think so.
We'll see.
Then you won't be able to watch these in 3 months because all the Earth satellites are going to be down.
Whoa! Let's not hope for that.
No, it's not going to be my fault. No, just kidding. Yeah, just the thought of hearing my voice in 3 months on something I totally forgot I said is going to be awful.
Oh,
it's going to be awful. It's going to be like, I said that. It's going to be like, in 6 months, it's going to be like, why did I make that bet on Columbus?
You get used to it. Yeah, your playoff take Flyers, you're going to regret that take for sure. But or
when the Flyers are in a playoff spot in at the end of the year and you and I are sitting there and we're just like, what?
I don't think.
Excuse me.
I don't think we have to worry about that.
Yeah, I think John Tortorella's style might be a little
harsh for 20 to 23-year-olds.
It's just not going to work with the
garbage
team. The way the players are now, and the team's trash, and they're just going to get beat on by the Rangers all year. And then they'll sell the team because Philly's going to get upset. And they're not going to. Let me tell you this much: they're not Broad Street bullying anyone this year.
Torts is going to try. But it's not.
No, he's going to be the Broad Street bully.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're at like the hour mark already. So let's do we're going to bring you guys games of the week every week. Give you some games that we think are good watches, whether it's good teams, bad teams, storylines, whatever it may be. So opening week, I didn't put these on our notes. I don't know if you took notes of this. Do you want me to just run them?
Just spit them out.
All right.
Well, let the people know. Let the good new hockey fans know what to watch this week.
So opening night. We have a rematch of the Eastern Conference Final between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the New York Rangers. That's going to be a banger. Vasi versus Shesty. Stammer versus Panarin. Kucherov versus Panarin. Whatever you choose. Whatever your flavor.
Fox versus Hedman.
Banger.
Keandre Miller getting in the scraps. Maybe against Cirelli.
Sergachev. Defenseman on defenseman.
Good hockey player.
Very good hockey
player. Braden Point. Oh, by the way, elite fantasy hockey draft by me, scooping up Braden Point.
Okay, wait. I don't want to derail this again, but what round did you take him in?
Dude, it was like the 7th round.
Okay, so
we have maybe the 8th round.
I know I've talked about our fantasy hockey league like way more on this channel than probably anyone cares to hear, but we have again a 16-team league. Braden Point got picked by this man so late. And we're in a little Zoom call like this with some of our buddies during the draft. And I think everyone's jaw hit their tables when Jaden drafted Braden Point because we were all under the assumption that he already got taken. Like Braden
because I'm like that.
Braden Point's
that.
Braden Point's a top like at 30, top 40 fantasy player, maybe higher.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
And he was like pushing 100th overall draft pick. I damn near needed a new chair, table, pants. The whole 9 yards. It was rough. It was a rough.
Jaden's got an elite fantasy hockey team this year.
He's a good drafter. I'll give him that.
Team name.
I don't know about the whole
named after the one and only number 11, Anders Per-Johan Axelsson. Full name, not PJ Axelsson. Anders Per-Johan Axelsson. Full name as the team name.
Thank you for the intel.
Yeah, it was great.
Braden Point, very good pickup. Proud of you. Tampa, New York, opening night. Go watch it. Second game of the week, Colorado-Calgary, the matchup that I think a lot of people probably thought we'd see in the Western Conference Final. We didn't, but we get it on night 3 of the NHL season. We get to see Alex Georgiev against a very good team. We get to see what the Flames' new top forwards are made of. We get to see if Mackenzie Weegar can help them shut down Nathan McKinnon and his $13 million a year. It's going to be great.
Nazem Kadri
not playing for the Avalanche, playing for the Flames. Thank you. That would have been a big miss if I didn't bring that up.
in a tandem with Milan Lucic. I'm so excited for that, dude.
I didn't think about looking whether or not that was a home or away game for the Avs, but that might be their banner night, which would also add
Would make sense.
That would add some emotions to the mix.
I just want to see him on Lucic's line.
You might get a chance.
Putting people through the glass.
Not often.
Getting suspended.
Not often. But I'm sure it'll happen at some point. All right. Colorado Calgary, October 13th. Watch it. Might be the Avs banner raising night. I didn't do enough research. Third game of the week. We're usually gonna bring you guys 5. We have 6 this week because
there's a Battle of Alberta.
Saturday's crazy. So Saturday we have 4 games on Saturday. Well, a lot more games on Saturday before that we're going to talk about. Toronto, Ottawa is the first one. I don't
Battle of Ontario.
think we have to talk about this too much. It's Ottawa, who everyone I think is excited to watch this year, and then the Leafs, who everyone loves to hate, but like storylines. Matt Murray, former Sen, playing against the Sens. New look Sens. Can they beat the Leafs? Austin Matthews, can he score 4 goals?
Probably not, but they'll still make the playoffs.
Probably not, but they'll still make the playoffs. But maybe he will.
I'd love to see Matthews with 4 goals again. That would be awesome. Hey, this is always just a fun game to watch.
It is. We remember. You remember Matthews' first career NHL games? He did score 4 goals against the Sens.
Yeah. I was. Man, did that get me all riled up? I'll tell you that much. Oh, baby, watching that.
You were probably watching the Bruins play the Canadiens.
I love watching the Bruins beat the wheels off the Canadiens.
I know you do.
They had like a 7-1 win a couple years ago over the Canadiens. What a glorious night that was. Chara had 2 goals.
I'll let you relive your memories at a different time because we have to talk about the 4th game of the week. The LA Kings and the Minnesota Wild, another game that features players moving from one team to another. Kevin Fiala, goodbye Minnesota. Hello Los Angeles. What an upgrade on location, by the way. You get to pay more taxes, sir, but you also get to live in Los Angeles.
On the beach. Yeah, and you get to be right in the thick of probably the craziest city in the world. Just people out of their mind there.
Yep.
Out of their mind, dude.
Absolutely. But
he'd probably go surfing with Paul Kariya.
Sean Dursey. He's not surfing with
Paul Kariya.
He's surfing with Sean Dursey.
Yeah, I heard all Paul Kariya does these days is surf out in LA.
I could see
just healing up his noggin.
I could see that. That's not a peaceful thing to do. Waves hurt, bro. Water hurts. He probably gets
but it's the serenity of being in the riding the water. Okay. Riding the wave.
Ride the wave. All right, LA, Minnesota. Good game. Go watch. 5th game of the week. Nashville versus Dallas. Probably 2 wild card seeds, maybe a 3rd seed and a wild card seed in there. But should be a good game. It's going to be a battle of the goalies, I would hope. Little Jake Ottinger.
Good game, go watch. Good
game, go watch. Not the best jerseys.
I love watching these Southern teams play against each other because it feels so out of pocket. Like it just.
But the energy,
the history's not built yet.
No.
But the energy's high, and there's always both those teams pack it in.
Yes.
The Stars, when the Stars don't play well, they don't pack it in. But they've been playing well, so they've been packing it in.
Regardless of how they play,
always packs it
in. And the last game of the week. Probably the best game of the week, just because of the history, is the Battle of Alberta to wrap up your
Battle of Alberta.
I don't think we have to do too much talking about this one either. It's the
Battle of Alberta.
Just go watch it. It's always a banger.
Battle of Alberta.
Nazem Kadri might get suspended in his first Battle of Alberta.
First Battle of Alberta.
Him and Lucic might start just 2-for-1ing Jack Campbell.
I want some heavy metal intro for this battle. Is it on TSN? I mean TNT.
Let me look. Let's go see.
Is it the TNT game?
Let me pull up the NHL app real quick before we wrap up this episode.
If it's on TNT, good game, go watch.
It does not list what network it's on.
That would be a miss. Hard miss if it's not on TNT.
By the way, not to drastically shift the conversation to a much less happy, exciting place, but some news just came in from the Tampa Bay Lightning. They've suspended defenseman Ian Cole, who is currently undergoing a sexual assault investigation. Grabbing this from the NHL app, he apparently did some not so great stuff.
Yeah, I read the young lady posted a statement on Twitter, and I read it a few hours ago, he definitely did some not okay stuff.
Yeah.
And
So we wish the
you-
best for the young lady, and we hope that they get to the bottom of whatever happened and that justice is served duly.
you and I hope that the Lightning play against Calgary and Nazem Kadri's wires just cross and he takes off his skate in the middle of the game.
That's
Happy
hey, whoa,
Gilmore.
whoa. This is YouTube content. We got to meet the guidelines, sir. Keep it within the box.
Yep. Okay, but you
box.
can't do not okay things because
No, don't do not okay things.
Don't do not okay things. That's just not. You want to be a good human being, and that's the bottom line.
Yes.
And when you're not a good human being,
you don't deserve to play in the NHL if you're not a good.
You don't deserve to play in the National League. This is coming from a guy who just loves to watch the National League,
especially the physical side of the National League.
And I'm telling you, I'm just excited for all 31 teams to get their wins against the Flyers this year.
We're 2 sleeps away. The next podcast we record, we will have game recaps to cover and full week of storylines to cover.
Oh, I can't wait to just really get into a gritty debate with you whether or not a hit was clean or not. and for those who don't know, Cody does ref for a part-time job by the textbook. And I'm like, and he's like, no, it doesn't work like that.
We have a full season worth of stuff to get into. It's going to be a good year. And
a full season
I'm sure we will have at least a handful of instances where listeners are going to take their headphones off because we just sound like morons. Guaranteed.
Well, if they've made it this far, they're doing pretty good.
True. This is an episode full of rambling. This episode's a mess, and I kind of love it, to be honest.
Hey, why would you want anything else?
Exactly.
Exactly. But I think it's time to wrap up here. Everyone out there, don't do not okay things. I hope everyone enjoys the start of this NHL season. Who knows? Maybe it could beat 93. Probably won't. But, I hope everyone enjoys watching the Flyers get their bags beat off them. And this Battle of Alberta coming up next Saturday night. I'll be excited to recap that. So don't do not okay things out there, people. And stay safe out there. Enjoy the beautiful October. Unless you're in Arizona, because it doesn't change down there.
Until the ponds freeze over.
We'll see you later.
See you guys.